How are you today? Are you feeling good? I hope so. I'm Dan Passarelli, and I am so glad to be with you right here and right now at this very moment. I want to make sure that you can find the questions box so that you can participate in today's training, so that you can hear me. You can find the questions box because that's where you get to communicate with me. So please go find that questions box right now on the GoToWebinar control panel and type in what becoming a more successful trader means to you. What would it mean to you to become a more successful trader? Huh? What would it mean to you to become a more successful trader? In just a few words. Hey, what is up, Martin? Much appreciated. Juan says greater profits. For sure, greater profits. Absolutely. Aaron says more consistency. It's great to see you again, too. Yeah, all right. Great to see you. Cynthia says consistency. Wow, there's that word again. We got two consistencies. I like that. Let's see here. Aaron says higher win rate. Yep, which is kind of related to consistency. Let's see here. Market says finally winning. Great. Guadam says to be able to see the trends. Martin, consistent and good profit. This is great. You guys had some great ideas here. Now today I'm going to share with you how to easily spot high profit momentum trade opportunities using stocks, ETFs, options, futures, even Forex, so that your trading is completely simplified using this easy tested trading system that I've created for our traders. And there is no better time to learn this system than right here and right now, especially with what the market is doing right here in August. And I'll share why in a moment. Before we get started, I need to point out that options are not for everyone. You should read characteristics and risks of standardized options before trading. Get a copy of that by emailing investorservices@theocc.com. Don't trade with money you're not prepared to lose. And everything we are doing here is providing generalized information, not specific to your specific situation. So why now? Why this August? Why is it so important? Well, to start with, let's talk about historical performance. Statistically, the end of summer, and particularly the month of September, has shown weaker performance compared to other months, both in the US and global stock markets. This pattern, often referred to as the September effect, has persisted over decades. While the reasons aren't fully understood, historical data have reinforced this perception. Seasonality and market cycles. Some believe that market cycles play a role. With September marking the official end of summer, investors who were previously inactive during the summer months might return to the markets, leading to increased volatility as they rebalance portfolios, or maybe they'll sell off assets ahead of year end. Also, tax loss harvesting. The end of summer, it often serves as the start of tax loss harvesting season, where investors sell off underperforming stocks to offset capital gains for the next tax year. This selling pressure can drive stock prices even lower. And then we have the post-summer adjustments. After the summer, many institutional investors return from vacation, review their portfolios, and a lot of times they adjust positions based on year-end expectations. And these moves can sometimes result in market corrections or volatility as funds shift in or out of stocks. And then end of year uncertainty. Investors may begin positioning themselves for the end of the fiscal year, often leading to increased caution or profit taking as they prepare for potential market headwinds in the final quarter. And then we have psychological factors. Because September has historically been weak, there's a psychological bias that influences trading behavior. Investors might preemptively expect losses and act accordingly, create a self-fulfilling prophecy. But the good news is that no matter how this end of summer into September market moves, there are ways to win. And this is my promise to you. I'm going to share with you how to easily spot high profit momentum trade opportunities using stocks, ETFs, options, futures, or Forex, so that your trading is completely simplified using this tested trading system that I've created for our traders that hundreds of our students have used to go from that demoralized feeling we've all felt at some time to that feeling of satisfaction and self-assurance that we all know is possible. And at the end of this presentation, I will share how you can take the next step so that you can start getting immediate results. What do you say? Is that a fair deal? Hit that questions box again for me, and don't be afraid to participate here. If that sounds like a pretty great deal to you, please hit that questions box and give me a big old yes. Fair deal. Yes. Larry's here. What's up, man? Very great to see you. Very great to see you. Cynthia says yes. Juan says yes. Aaron says deal, exclamation. Marcus, yes, all caps and an exclamation point. Thank you very much, Marcus. You guys are on fire today, man. You're already here. Martin says yes. Guadam says yes. Kaylin, hey, Kaylin, nice to see you again today. Says yes with 2 exclamations. Larry, yes, 2 exclamations. You guys are fired up, man. I like it. I like it when you're fired up. Now, in order to get the most out of this, I ask that through this training and afterwards, make this about you. Maybe turn off the cell phone for now, close Facebook, shut the door to the room you're in, and just let yourself get immersed in what I'm about to share. Let it become part of you. Let it in, okay? And be sure to stay until the end of the training. The most important things I will share come later. And to keep the focus, I'm going to hold all questions. If you have a question, write it down and I will get to them. So, friends, let's keep it positive and let's have some fun. This gives you an idea of who I am, what I do, some of the organizations I've worked with. I wrote 2 of the most popular books on option trading, worked with every major options broker in the US and abroad, as well as pretty much all the options exchanges in the world, and get to be on TV a lot, which is kind of fun. I got my start down on the floor of the Chicago Board Options Exchange. I traded there for years. These pictures here literally span about 25 years of being involved with the trading floor. I traded some huge stocks like Ford Motor Company, AT&T, Carnival, Cruise Lines. And I traded some of the little ones that nobody's ever even heard of. And a little secret here, the little stocks that no one's ever heard of is where you make the big money. When you know about opportunities that no one else does. Now, I want to jump into a discovery I made. Does anyone know what this formula is? No, you don't? Well, that's okay, because we're not going to talk about it anymore during this presentation. We don't need to, and here is why. I have an extensive background in trading, but the fact is I am not a mathematical genius. I'm the first to admit it. And this is how you know that I love and trust you. Anyone who's willing to put an embarrassing picture of themselves from when they were like 16 years old into a professional training seminar is definitely being open and straight with you. But I think that this is an important part of the story. So would it be okay if I share a personal story with you? Would that be all right? You can hit that questions box. Give me a yes. You can even just type Y for yes, or no if you want to as well. Cynthia says yes. Marcus says yes. Juan says yes. Hey, Fawn is here. Aaron says yes. You guys are great. Okay. Thanks. Martin, yes. Kaylin, yes. Eduardo, yes. You guys are awesome. I love it. So those of you who know me, you know I'm a nice guy. I would help anyone with anything. But man, when I was a kid, I was a little punk sometimes. Seriously, I got good grades. I didn't really have to study usually. Although this is a story about a time that maybe I should have. In my senior year of high school, in my advanced math class, instead of paying attention to the lecture, I and a few other kids would play poker. Now, the teacher was older and couldn't hear very well, I guess, or maybe just didn't care anymore. But that's all we did all hour long, though, all class. And man, I'll tell you what, I made a lot of money in that class. But the problem is with math, it builds. If you miss something this week, you're lost next week and you're hopeless the week after that. So needless to say, I didn't learn a lot of advanced algebra concepts that year. I crammed, I passed, but I didn't really learn much. Now, fast forward to freshman year of college, I had to take an algebra refresher. Embarrassing. Like, I always prided myself on being smart, and algebra is not that tough, at least not when you're that age, but I had to take a refresher. Now, one thing you might not know about me, I was the first Passarelli to graduate college, and I almost wasn't. Here's where the story gets a little interesting. Now, I'm a competitive kind of guy, mind you. So sophomore year of college, my cousin Michael Passarelli, who is 1 year younger than me, was in my calculus class. Calculus, right? I was very intimidated by calculus. I was afraid that I would struggle. More importantly, I knew that if I failed the class and had to retake it, my cousin Michael would be a credit ahead of me, and maybe, just maybe, he would end up graduating before me. There was absolutely no chance that I was going to let that happen. So I put on my A game. I was ready to work as hard as I could to win, which, hey, I'm guessing that there are some of you here who can relate to that, right? So there was one other factor that came into play that was a saving grace. I had a great teacher, one that I could relate to. He made it easy for me to learn, and I did. I ended up actually acing calculus and became the first in my extended family to graduate college. Thank you very much. Now, like I said, I'm not a mathematical genius by nature, but I've spent a lot of time in this option trading game. 30 years, more than 30 years now, geez. And I do whatever it takes to create great trading systems for myself and for you. So I studied the math of things like relative strength index to see how they tick. And I realized that there were some hidden keys within these equations that can predict when momentum is most likely to continue. So now I'm going to share that with you. The concept of RSI is that measures the up strength versus the down strength. And too much up strength can lead to an overbought scenario, which can lead to a reversal back down. So there are certain patterns that can prevent that momentum from burning out and can actually lead to, almost predict, continuation. And this is what I discovered: the red knockout trading system. And there are two ways to trade with it. One is for uptrends, and that's called the red knockout, and one for downtrends, which is called the green knockout. This is a momentum trading strategy that can lead to outsized profits. Simple 4-part chart pattern, easy to identify, very easy. In fact, by the end of this training, you're going to know how to identify it and also be able to have a resource for just getting the trade ideas. And the profit targets are all baked in. They're easily set. Now, we can use this system with options, stocks, ETFs, indexes, futures, or Forex. So let's talk about exactly how this works. I'm going to list the steps in the red knockout system, and then we'll zoom in and go through some examples. So this is important. Grab one of these and write this down. Step 1 is the setup candles. That's 3 or more green candles that make up the green run. Step 2 is the red knockout, or the RKO candle. That is a red candle with a smaller body than the previous 3 green candles. Step 3 is the trigger candle. That's a green candle that takes out the red candle's high on higher volume, ideally. And 4th is the confirmation candle. That's a candle that opens above the high of the RKO, and that one signals trade entry. So this is its counterpart, the green knockout, which enables traders to make money on mini trends in down markets too. And that's just same thing, but just upside down and reverse the colors. Step 1 is the setup candles, which is 3 or more red candles make up the red run. Then there's the green knockout, GKO, green candle with a smaller body. Trigger candle, red candle, takes out the low of the green candle on higher volume. And then the confirmation candle triggers trade entry. So let's look at this on some real charts. All right, I want you to really get this. This is a stock called URA. If we hit, okay, let's see if you already got it down pat. You probably don't. You probably need a little bit of visual aid, but like after this first example, you're going to have like 90% down. All right. If we have a red knockout setup, what is the first step we look for? Who can tell me that? The setup candles, right? So the setup candles are 3 or more green upday candles in a row. Do you see that on the chart anywhere? Look right there. Here's the first of 3 green setup candles. See that? We've got this one. The next one is higher, and then right here is the third one that's higher than the second one. So we can also call that the green run, and that establishes that the trade is indeed setting up. Now, what is step 2? You remember that? That is the red knockout candle, or the RKO. Are you getting the red knockout? Yeah? Good. If a red knockout candle shows up on the chart, it is super easy to identify, and it means the setup might be materializing. The RKO is a small-bodied candle, a smaller body than each of the green setup candles, and it could open higher or lower. But the key is that it's down from the open, which is why it's red. That's what red means. It doesn't mean it's down from yesterday. It means it's down from where it opened. Step 3 is the trigger candle, shown by this yellow arrow. That triggers that the trade is indeed setting up, and you're getting ready to time your entry. We call this the trigger candle, and it's sort of like when a marksman is all set to fire upon the target, gets his finger on the trigger, ready to take the shot. And then finally, step 4 is the confirmation candle. That means the trade is set up, it's confirmed, it's got a green arrow. Green means go, so we fire away, all right? Now, let's slow it all down a bit. Let's go over the roles of each of these 4 components of this setup. So first are the setup candles that make up the green run. So this is what sets up a mini trend, all right? All trends start out small. They start out with a few candles. Now these have to be green candles and up-day candles, and those are 2 different things. A green candle, that means it's up from the open. So wherever it opened today, and on this first one, it opened here and it closed here. Don't worry about the wicks. The wicks is just the range. But the body, if it's green, the bottom of the body is the open, the top of the body is the close. But it also has to close above yesterday's close. So we got a green one up on the day, above yesterday. Green one up on the day, above yesterday. Green one up on the day and above yesterday. Now, why do we have up days? Do you know why do stocks go up? Well, as they say, there's more buyers than sellers. So we have demand driving the price higher. Now, in any trend, you need to pull back, otherwise it does burn itself out, right? Just like RSI, it'll get up into that overbought range and it'll pull back. So we need a mini pullback in order to prevent it from burning itself out, so that it can still have some strength to rise. And that is what is special about the red knockout candle. Now, if this pattern continues playing out, the next candle will be the trigger candle. Now that at some point during the day trades above the high of the RKO. It could actually open above it, and that's fine. It could actually trade lower, and that's fine. It could actually even be a red candle, and that would be okay too. Then finally, if this has completed the setup, we're going to get a confirmation candle, and then it's 1, 2, 3, go. The confirmation candle means what? Remember? The confirmation candle means that it opened above the high of the RKO, and so now it's like that mini trend that started, and it took a little breather, which enabled people who didn't get in yet to get in on that red day. Now it's continuing. It's building strength. You get it? Are you getting this? So let me ask, is this something you could see yourself using? Hit that questions box for me and type the word go, G-O, if you can see yourself using this. After what I have shared so far, is this something you could see yourself using? Please type the word go, G-O. Please type the word go, G-O. I mean, I think so. I love this. I love this strategy. And it's so easy, isn't it? It's so easy. And you might not get it yet, but that's okay. We're going to go through some examples. In fact, I've got some really great examples coming up in just a minute. All right. Cynthia says, go. All caps too. Aaron says, go. Juan says, go. Larry says, go. Marcus says, go, with lots of exclamation points after it. Yeah, Marcus. Go, 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 go. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Who else? Paul says go. Anthony says go. All right. Great. Now, when I worked on improving, Kaylin says, heck yes. All right. When I worked on improving what criteria to use for this system, I spent a lot of time on it. And that experience reminded me of my old boss, Steve Fawcett. So you see two people here. The one, of course, is Sir Richard Branson, and the other is Steve Fawcett. Now, for those of you who don't know who Steve Fawcett, the late Steve Fawcett was, he was not only a famous trader, but also a famous adventurer. He held a whole bunch of world records. He attempted to set one flying around the world in a hot air balloon with Sir Richard Branson, which is why he's in this picture here. And I remember one day Steve took all his traders out to dinner. There were about 45 of us. And after dinner, he asked us, why do you trade? And it's not for the money or whatever, like the real deep-seated reason. Why do you trade? Because as floor traders, standing all day long, your feet hurt, your back hurt, there are people yelling in your ear, getting their spit on you when they yell. Why do you trade? What's your real reason? Is it to have more freedom, to take time off and play golf? Or to secure your retirement, put your kids through college? And that stuck with me. So I ask you, hit that questions box again. What is your reason for trading? Please share. I want to know. I'm going to read some of these. I'm going to read some of these. Martin says your energy is infectious, Dan. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, my friend. I do. I love it. And I feed off all your energy as well, man. Those exclamations, they're like, they're like energy pills. So what is your reason for trading? Hit that questions box and tell me in just a few words, please. It's kind of like a little survey. I want to get to know you. Juan says pay for kids' college. Excellent. Larry says secure retirement. Yes, that is a common one, and that is a good one. Aaron says retirement. Cynthia says give to my church. That's actually a great reason too. People want to be charitable, but it's hard if you don't have funds to give, right? That's a great reason. Marcus says more vacations, and I'll tell you what, I think that's a great reason too. I think that's a really great reason. Dave is here. Oh, hey man, that's Dave I'm thinking of. It's super great to see you. Dave says comfort in retirement, legacy for children and grandchildren. Fawn says big house and fancy car. There ain't nothing wrong with that either, man. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Martin, to make my dream a reality, it's clear to me I must finance it myself if I want to have a chance even to give it a shot. Yeah, man. It's empowering. You take the control of your own life, of your own future, and that's what you can do with trading. Dave, it's so great to hear from you, man. So great to hear from you. Your name comes up in conversation every now and then between me and Kathleen. Kaylin, I want to enjoy my whole life, not having to wait until the traditional retirement age. Great reason as well. Paul, to drastically exceed the rate of the deflation of the US dollar. Oh yeah, I mean, that's a very good reason too. We've got deflation in a dollar or inflation in stuff that's not the dollar, which is kind of two sides of the same coin. You got to stay ahead of it. Now, anyway, and Fawn says, ultimate, take control of my life. Good. So Steve was a great mentor. Without having him in my life coaching me, I could not have become the trader I am today. But there was one thing Steve was known for saying, I'm still learning. When I met Steve, he was a gazillionaire, super successful trader. but he was always tweaking his process, always learning, always moving forward, always making his trading better for himself and his traders. And I'm thankful for that because I was one of his traders. He kept improving. So I started the process of improving the exit point. And here's how it works. Setting these price targets, it's super easy. Here's how the price targets are calculated. What we're looking for is a repeat of the green run, okay? We're looking for, if it ran up these in the first 3 to 6 candles, then we have the red knockout. We're looking for that to repeat itself. So we take the low of the first green setup candle subtracted from the high of the last green setup candle. That's multiplied times a haircut, which is a percentage. I'll talk about that in a minute. And we just add that to the high of the RKO candle. Now, let's go through calculating the price target. So first we find the range of the green run, right? So we start here. We take the high of this 3 candle green run, which is 38.99, and we subtract the low of the green run range, which is 37.03. So 38.99 minus 37.03 is $1.96. We expect that move to repeat itself at $1.96, but maybe in this case we want to be conservative, so you have a better likelihood of locking in a win. So here we go for a smaller amount than that by multiplying that number times the haircut. So 196 times the haircut, which in this case is 80%. 80% of $1.96, that comes out to 157. So on this trade, what we're trying to capture is 80% of that green run move, a run up of $1.57 above the high of the red candle, which is $39.42. So 157 plus 39.42 is $40.99. That is our target price for the stock. When the stock hits $40.99, we want to close the trade and take our profits. Now, our system triggers the trade on the open of the confirmation candle day. On this day, a trader trading the stock could have bought the stock and paying $39.95, and only 2 days later in this case could have closed it at $40.99 for a $1.04 profit, or 2.6% in 2 days. So a stock trader, right? There's not even options right now. This is just a stock trader trading 100 shares could have very, very quickly added $104 to his or her account. Trading 200 shares would be $208, and that's $520 on 500 shares, $1,040 on 1,000. Now again, 2.6% in just 2 days. If we were to annualize that, that comes out to 474% annualized return. Okay, so this is just a modest example to show you how the system works. Now that said, there are other examples and ways of trading this, and we have to consider the risk as well. And of course, if you use options, you get much more leverage. So here, let's go through another example. And this one, I want to show you this with the green knockout too, because I need you to understand how that works too. So this is DECK, D-E-C-K. And this is a downward mini trend, very easy to take advantage of. The mini trend starts here and ends here. Then you get your green knockout, followed by the trigger candle, and then finally the confirmation day right there. Now the rules stipulate to enter the trade on the open of the confirmation day, which is $103.30. $103.30. But shorting stock uses up a lot of margin. So I'd rather use puts, limited risk too. So on that day, a trader could have bought the July 18th 105 puts at 560. And we set up the price target when the stock would fall to $99.73. We use the stock price to trigger the option exit, okay? Because we're reading the stock price chart, but we're trading options. So we get a better read using the stock chart and thus better results. Now, 4 days later, when the stock hit $99.73, the 105 puts could be sold at $7. So this trader could have made $1.40 per contract or 140 bucks of money. A trader who bought one contract, well, that's 140 bucks. But bigger traders who might trade, say, 5 contracts could have made 700 bucks. And 10 contract traders could have made 1,400 bucks. And we see lots of these trades like all the time. It's possible to get good leverage on these, especially when using options. But I wouldn't be doing my job if I just talked about the big wins that are possible. I want you to be truly successful trading the knockout system. And I bet you do too, right? So now I want to share with you what to do when the pattern doesn't continue so that you manage your risk and minimize losing trades. So here's how this works. As soon as you get into the trade, when it triggers and you buy the calls, or you buy the puts, we immediately, after buying the stock, well, let's start with the stock. Yeah, let's start with the stock. We put in a profit-taking order, good till cancel, and a possible stop loss order. Now that's if we buy the stock, or if we buy a call, or if we buy a put. Okay. Now, if you're not familiar with some of these terms, GTC, OCO, calls, puts, later I'll share how you can easily do all this and make your exits really, really simple. So the idea here is that this is a system. You work the system works. Now I want you to leave here today with all the tools that you need to be massively successful with this. And I know you do as well. So would you like me to share with you what I've discovered makes RKO trades even better, above and beyond what the subject or the setup shows? Would you like me to share that with you? If you want, show me. Hit that questions box. Yeah. Give me a big old yes. Yes, 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 yes. Andrew says yes. Juan says yes. Cynthia says yes. All caps. Aaron says please. Larry says of course. All caps. Lots of exclamations. All right, good. Good. I kind of figured you did. Now let's look at this one, TSM. So here is the green run here to here. Then your red knockout. Again, why is it called the red knockout? In any trend, there's a pullback. In this case, it's a mini pullback, just enough to enable traders who missed that green run move to get in and provide some more follow through. So the red candle just gets knocked out of the pattern and we look for continuation. That's just what we get. The trigger candle, which already has the indicator right there on the chart. I'll tell you more about that later. And then finally the confirmation, and then finally the confirmation day candle. But you might notice something that you saw on one of the other charts. You don't see it all the time, but when you do, we found it makes these trades even better. All right. It always starts with the RKO or GKO pattern. Finding them is the most important thing. A lot of times, sometimes they're hard to find, but usually they're pretty easy to find. But look, I want to show you this one. In this example, first, see how the pattern starts following a down day? we tend to see these working better following like a small down move. It's following a small down move, okay? Next, see how it crosses the 50-day moving average. When any part of this pattern crosses through either of the two major moving averages, which are the 50-day and the 200-day moving averages, we get an even stronger signal. And like I said before, if any of these terms are new to you, I'm going to share a way to make this easy in just a few minutes. Now, this CMA trade ended up crossing through the target and the 200-day moving average. That's a very, very strong trend higher. And that's why we tend to like putting these trades on near the open. Okay. Ideally in like the first half hour of the day. And as you can see, for the patient, this trade could have worked out actually even better. Sometimes I like to sell half the position at a conservative haircut target and then let the rest run to a higher haircut target. Now, there are literally hundreds of examples. Look at 3M. This is an interesting one. There are actually 3 that finished and an RKO that just started. Here was one. Here was one. Here was a wonderful one. And then this one. Wow. And realistically, sometimes like this one, there's a possibility that the trader could have gotten stopped out. But then, you know, the next 2, you would not have gotten stopped out. They would have worked out freaking wonderful. So again, RKO and GKO work with option trading or just trading the stock. This is GE Aerospace, symbol GE. This is a red knockout. And this is a great one. It's a great one. Not typically a regular stock that most people trade, but man, it worked out perfectly. So here we have, boom, boom, a nice healthy green run that follows the falling pattern. We got the RKO and the trigger candle, and then getting in on the confirmation candle. So using like a super conservative haircut, 70% haircut, just because it was already such a huge move that, you know, let's just log a win pretty quick. It's set at 256.80. So on the confirmation day, it's 1, 2, 3, go. What do? You take action, right? Instead of buying the stock, we could buy calls instead. I actually personally prefer buying calls to limit risk and get better leverage. But the morning of the confirmation candle, within the first 20 minutes of the day, a trader could have bought the June 20th 245 calls at 860, and then 4 days later, the pattern would have continued. Could have sold it at $14.95 at that time, locking in a $6.35 profit on one trade. That's $6.35. 5-lot traders could have brought in $3,175, and 10-lot traders could have brought in a whopping $6,350. The knockout system works on all time frames. It's highly versatile for day traders, swing traders, long-term traders, even long-term investors. Any time frame chart it works on. Now I'm going to do a pretty quick little quiz here. Okay, let's do a quiz. This is for honor. Ready? How many listed stocks on there are on both the NYSE and the NASDAQ? Hit that questions box. Person who gets closest wins the honor of being right. How many stocks are there listed on both combined, the New York Stock Exchange and the NASDAQ? Go ahead, jump on there, hit that questions box, give me your answer. What do you say? What do you say? Oh, okay, there's a good one. Yes, 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 there's a good one. I do like that. Okay. There's an interesting one. That there are a few interesting ones. Martin, you got to give me an exact number, man. Got to give me an exact number. Okay. Boy, we got quite a range here. We got quite a range. All right, the closest 38. There's more than 38. The closest one here is going to be Fawn. Nice work. Fawn says 6,700, but it's actually 6,113. Not too far off, my friend. Not too far off. We had from 38 to 120,000. Holy crap. That's pretty crazy, though. So let me ask you a question. How long would it take you to go through every one of those stocks looking for a specific pattern manually? How long would it take you? A long time. So in summary, there are a few important takeaways. Momentum trades can yield outsized profits. This is a time-tested system. So we have the setup candles, the red knockout, the trigger candle, confirmation candle, and even the profit target. It's built right in. This is really, really easy. But there is a problem. Remember how there's 6,113 stocks to trade? If it takes you, say, 45 seconds to spot an RKO setup on a chart, it would take you about 80 hours a day to go through all the opportunities out there. And that's only looking at one time frame of chart. You don't like missing opportunities, do you? There's got to be a better way, right? I bet you know that. You wouldn't be here right now if there wasn't a better way. So are you ready for it? The RKO system is here. Over the past few years, I've created both a scanner that would easily identify RKO trades, as well as an indicator that displays the pattern right on the chart, along with the price target. We wanted to make it so simple that it is impossible to mess up. Anybody can do this. So you now have a new opportunity to scan for top momentum trades you wouldn't be able to find without this screener. Start getting the results that you deserve. This is Nick. Now, our head coach, John, who's a brilliant guy, ex-Goldman guy, John and I shared with Nick what we were thinking. Nick was the first human ever to see the RKO, and in fact was extremely instrumental in helping us. Nick said, using scanners, in particular the RKO Daily, helps me find trades when I'm busy or might not be fully locked in the market. I run the scanner, do the checks, and decide to take the trade or move on. It only takes a few minutes and helps me find the best trades consistently. And Nick said something important there. It only takes me a few minutes to find the best trades consistently. With over 6,100 stocks to sift through, it's almost impossible to just happen to come across one of these great setups. Before creating the RKO system, I would come across one of these setups, gosh, maybe once every 6 months. I'd miss so many opportunities. But now I've invested both time and money into developing this simple, easy to use scanner that makes trading the knockout system possible. And now I'm ready to share it with you. I want to invite you to join us and start getting the red knockout and the green knockout mini trend trades delivered to you via a scanner right now, so that you can profit, whether the market's running higher or whether it's going lower. This simple scanner searches the universe of over 6,100 stocks for the setup and makes it possible to find trades that you would never, ever find without it. Now, I want to make sure that this works for every single person in this training, that it works for you. So I'm going to give you a handful of key support bonuses to make sure that you have every single thing you need to make this work. For you to profit with the RKO system, I need you to know how it works. So I created this training course that shows you step by step exactly how to install it on your platform, how and why the RKO system works, how to set up the trades, the filters and cross scans to optimize the strategies, and of course, targets and trade management. So that means today you're going to get the red knockout scanner and the green knockout scanner. Plus, you're going to get the RKO and GKO accelerator video courses. Now, I can put these tools in your hand and I can tell you how to use them. But I know for me, I learn faster when someone shows me exactly how to do it. So the best thing I can do for you is give you hands-on training. Every Friday for the next year, one full year, you're going to attend our online live group coaching class and watch John Kamisic set up knockouts and other trades right there while you watch. John is formerly with Goldman Sachs, First Options of Chicago, Lind Waldow, traded for a hedge fund. He is the expert on the knockout. In fact, he helped me develop it. He is just the kind of person that you want to listen to. This is the first time that we've ever made this a class available as a once a week option. But I wanted to make sure you hit the ground running and you get the hands-on training to start getting those immediate results. And this is what Dennis Meixel from East Peoria, Illinois said. He said, "Thanks, great class. Exactly what I was looking for. The class gave me a lot of insight into the Greeks. I'm a fairly new trader, but I have been putting in the work to move my skills forward." Because, man, how would it feel to have top picks selected by John Kamisic every day and having him show you how to use this live every day? So what this means is first you're going to get the red knockout and the green knockout scanners. Just boom, there they are. They show up. And then you're going to get the training, the RKO and GKO accelerator video course. So you start getting immediate results. And you're going to get, through repetition, hands-on training in the weekly group coaching. This is a $6,547 valued package. Now, do you mind if I over-deliver? Because what I really want is for you to make as much money as possible trading the knockout system. And I imagine you do too. So every day we're going to rank the day's RKO and GKO trades and list them out to give you our top picks so you can see what we think are the best of the best. This is the weekly watch list. That's a $1,297 value. Now, plus, John will add bonus trades down here in gold from his daily group coaching class. This way you can diversify your trading and get all the top trades of the day by simply clicking one link to access your curated watch list. So that means you're going to get both scanners, the accelerator videos, you're going to get the hands-on training with group coaching, and we're just going to tell you what we think are the best ones of the day every day. Imagine what your trading account would look like if you could sit in front of your charting software and have a powerful trading tool that identified both the trade entry and exit points in just seconds. Imagine if you could block out all the noise in the market and only focus on the trades that have been identified for you so that you never have to second guess yourself in the market again. What would that mean to your trading business? Well, that's exactly what scanners do for you. This could not be easier. So what this means is you're going to get the scanners, you're going to get the accelerator videos, you're going to get the weekly group coaching, the watch list, and we're going to put the indicators right there on your chart. Plus, you're going to get updates every time we optimize the strategy to make it better for a full year. This is a $9,041 value. This works on the following platforms: Thinkorswim, NinjaTrader, TradeStation, TradingView, Metastock, Wealth Charts, basically everything. Buy now. You can see why the RKO trading system is a steal even at $9,041. Because even if all this did for you was just give you a solid road tested system for trading mini trends, let alone scanning the markets for them for you, the question you need to ask yourself is, wouldn't it be worth it just for that? And that answer is yes. But you're not going to pay $9,041 today, because you've made the investment of being here live on this training and for being one of my action takers. You're the elite, man. You're better than millions of other traders out there. You showed up, and I want you to have the results that you deserve. Get started today for a small, one-time, easy investment of only $997 by going to markettaker.com/RKO123GO. That's market, like stock market, taker, like take what is rightfully yours, 2 T's in a row, markettaker.com/RKO right now. But to get all the bonuses, including the indicators showing the exact entry and exit points right on your chart, you've got to be one of the first 25 new members today. And that means you've got to take massive, massive action by going to markettaker.com/RKO. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Now, just to recap one more time, when you open your browser and go to markettaker.com/RKO and sign up today, you're going to get access to the Red Knockout Scanner that's going to identify the trades with the entry and exit points for those upward runs. You're going to get the Green Knockout Scanner for when the market's down. You can trade in any market up or down. On top of that, when you're one of the first 25 right now, which, holy cow, we already got like 3 people just now. Holy cow. When you're one of the first 25, 22 more, you're going to get instant access to the RKO and GKO Accelerator video courses to get you up and running right away. You're also going to get access to weekly group coaching, where we go live into the market together, and you can see exactly how me and my team use the scanner to generate profits in the market. Now, you will get access to the RKO watch list with our top picks of the best trades that John and I are looking to trade with the scanner. This way, you have the best opportunity to generate profits from the scanner by following the exact trades that I'm looking to place. Further, when you open your browser and type in markettaker.com/RKO and lock in your RKO traders package, you will also get access to the RKO indicator itself. This way, while we're coaching you live in the market each week, giving you access to my top watch list, that you will have access to this powerful indicator 24/7 across multiple markets, taking full advantage of this great and easy to trade trading indicator. Also, as we run more tests, do more tweaks, as the RKO continues to evolve and we get it performing even better, you will get automatic updates for a full year to both the scanner and the RKO indicator. Holy cow, man. Man, this is the fastest we've had people join us in, I don't even remember how long. So here's what we're going to do. Before we even go any further, I'm just going to welcome the new people who joined us. First of all, welcome and congratulations to Jeff. Jeff, nice work joining, stepping up, investing in yourself today, man. Very, very good job. Welcome and congratulations to Juan. Juan, nice work. Welcome, congratulations. Welcome and congratulations to Aaron. Aaron, great job. You did it. You stepped up. You decided. Were you the person before who said that you want to empower yourself, that you want to be in charge? In order to make it happen, you've got to do it? No, I think that was somebody else, right? Who was that? Welcome and congratulations to Cynthia. Cynthia, nice work. Great job. Welcome and congratulations to Marcus. Marcus, nice work. You are empowering yourself as well, and I'm honored to help. I have a question here from Dana. Says, I'm in and I'm excited, and I have a question. Why do I say congratulations? Well, Dana, I congratulate you because you're making a commitment to yourself to become a better trader. And you should be proud of that. Like, you really should. A lot of people come to these trainings and spend an hour with me and they stop right there. But for you, that's not enough. The fact is, when you watch an hour training like this, you forget 90% of what you learn. You only retain 10%. That is scientifically proven, right? And people who take good notes, like, that's great. You can go back and review and you'll remember a little more. But trying to find these on your own, that's a problem. I've tried it. These don't happen in every stock every day. And a lot of times it's the stocks that don't hit traders' radars where the best ones hit. Some people go out with knowledge that I share and come back in a few weeks later asking me if this deal is still available because they can't find the trades without the scanner. They can't use the knowledge. But people like you, Dana, you can visualize how this can make your life better, and you took action, and I am proud of you for that. Congratulations. Congratulations. Now, a question that I often get is, Dan, this is just what I'm looking for. Sometimes people say, I trade small, I have a small account, I want to grow it, but the problem is I have a hard time coming up with the $997. Is there a way to finance this? And that answer is yes. You can use PayPal and PayPal credit. We have a deal with PayPal to offer you both PayPal as a payment option and PayPal credit so you can lock in the knockout system today when you check out using PayPal and choose PayPal credit. How do you do it? Very, very easy. Just go to marketstaker.com/RKO and click the PayPal button to get started right now. If you have a question that I can answer to help you make the decision to join us today, then please type it into the questions box right now. Okay? In the meantime, I am going to answer some frequently asked questions. Question number 1, what if I can't install it properly? It's so easy. We literally send you step-by-step instructions on how to install it, how to use it, the whole shebang. Super easy. Is it time consuming? No, that's the whole point. I know you're busy. I know it. Many traders have a busy schedule. I've designed RKO so you can literally trade this system in about 60 seconds per trade. What if I can't figure it out? Well, you get a video tutorial plus hands-on training live every Friday morning. Hands-on training comes with this. what time is the weekly group coaching? So that is every Friday, live every Friday from 9 to 10 Central, which is 10 to 11 Eastern time. But if that time doesn't work for you, or if you just want to review it, the class is recorded and you can watch it anytime that is convenient for you. Now, I've got some more questions here. Well, one of the questions, can I call someone, which I should have said earlier. Yes, our trader success team is literally standing by right now waiting for your call. Philip is sitting with the phone in his hand, just waiting for somebody to call so he can answer your questions and get you signed up right now. Just call 708-381-1768. That's 708-381-1768. Let me say that one more time. 708-381-1768. And talk to Philip. Or look, you can pick up your phone, turn on the camera app, aim it towards the bottom left-hand side of the screen, and boom, use that QR code. You get signed up right here on your phone. Okay, so question number one, how many stocks come through each day? So look, it depends on the day. On some of the like nice upwardly trending markets, it could be 5, 6, it could be 10 in a day. In the downtrending markets, could be 2, 5, 8, 10 of those a day. In sideways markets, you're going to find the stocks that are going up. You're going to find the stocks that are going down. I mean, there's some all the time. There's plenty for you to make a career out of doing this. All right. Another question here. I'm just learning, so will this work with paper trading? Yes. In fact, oh boy, I highly recommend it. You should try it out, paper trading first, so that you get to see how it works. Do I have to have special software installed? Nope. If you're a Thinkorswim user, we just give you a script. Same thing with TradingView. It's very easy. How long is the accelerator course? They're just a couple of really short videos. Mark just typed this in. Does it work for ETFs and indexes? Yep, sure does. Absolutely. Is there a way to ask questions other than the Friday group coaching? Yes, there is. There is a little, what I like to call an Easter egg bonus that is not on these slides. And that is for those of you in the top 25 who join first, the first 25 to join, you will also get access to the MTM community chat room. That is the greatest online community of traders ever built. Now I'm biased because I built it. But yes, you have access there to me, to John, to our top students who are trading this live in the market every day. And you get to get all those questions answered. If you use options for these, how long do you hold them? That is all covered in the accelerator video course. Check it out. But usually it's anywhere from a day to maybe a week. How do I determine which trades to take? Do I take them all? No, the best part is you get to cherry pick the best ones. And I show you how to do that in the accelerator videos. You know, you always have bad luck with Tesla. Don't trade it if it pops up. You always have good luck with Apple. good. If it pops up, trade it. I don't believe in luck, but you know, you still get to pick the ones that you feel are the strongest. You want to screen them. Martin was just talking about, is there screening? Yeah, there's the, you know, if you want to take just the ones that are going through one of the moving averages, do that. How can I go beyond this and learn even more from you? Start with this. This is step number one, and this is what you want to be doing. Sign up for, go to markettaker.com/RKO, get yourself signed up. And then if you have a follow-up question like that, just call Philip and he can help you. 708-381-1768, 708-381-1768. Man, welcome and congratulations to Paul. Did I leave off with Paul? To Paul. Welcome and congratulations to Eric and to Catherine and to Brian. Nice work, nice work, nice work. Let's see here. Welcome and congratulations to Robert. Nice work, great job. That's right. If you want to make a change, who can make that change? I can't make it for you. I can put the tools in your hand. I can teach you how to use the tools. I can even give you the hands-on training. But if you don't want it, then it's not going to happen. Only you can make the decision to make a change in your trading, in your life. Great question. So if you have another question that I can answer to help you make the decision to join us, go and hit that questions box right now. Hit that questions box right now. Shirley's here. What's up, Shirley? How are you? I hope you're doing great. Louis, oh, there's still, oh gosh, there's still a lot of folks. Oh my God, George is here, fine. Alan, what other questions can I answer to help you make the decision to come and join us? Like, look, you want to trade momentum trades? You want to trade the trend is your friend, trend trading? This is it. This is the market taker system that does that. It is. John and I worked on this for months. We did tons of tests, different ways to do it. And this is what this is the best that we have come up with after many, many hours and hours and hours and hours of testing. So if you are looking for a system where you can get some results like we've shared here, this is your option, your opportunity right now. What other questions can I answer to help you make the decision to join us? Oh, welcome, Steve. Nice work. Great job. Welcome, Kareen. Nice work. Nice job joining us. What else? What else can I answer? What does which is which mean? Martin, I have to go. I'm sorry. I'm from Europe. It's night here. Have a great session. All right. Awesome. Thanks, Martin. Thanks for showing up and make it happen. Make this happen. Empty. This is it. This is the best offer that we have ever offered this. And it is only right now. So yes, now it is time to do it. And yeah, this was the demonstration. I demonstrated, you know, like these pop up on your screen when you run the scan. So like this is the demo. I showed you literally how it works and how to do it. If you want this, if you want these trades popping up on your screen, the scanner, then take the plunge, man. Go to markettaker.com/RKO right now. Like all the person, Kareen, and I was writing some down, but I didn't write everybody down. There was Paul and Jeff and Juan and Aaron and Cynthia and Marcus Was there a Catherine? There was a Steve and a Robert. Do what they did. Go right now. Go to markettaker.com/RKO. Or, if you want to talk to our Trader Success team, talk to Philip about it. 708-381-1768. He'll answer your questions and he'll get you going. So yeah, empty. I don't have your name, but you said or demonstrations. This was the demo, and it's very, very easy. But the problem is you can't find them without scanning the market with technology. And your broker doesn't do it. Your brokerage technology doesn't do it. Only this does. You have to add this script to your brokerage technology. And calculating the exit, like just winging your exits, it can work a little bit if you got some experience. All right, it's all right. But being able to calculate your exact exit and have it just right there on the screen telling you exactly where to do it, that's the real deal. Larry, Larry, email me and let's talk about that, okay? Email me, let's talk about that. Okay, what other questions can I answer to get you in here like the rest of the folks here? What other questions can I answer to get you in here like the rest of the folks? There's a Jeff that joined before. Now there's a Jeffrey. Welcome, congratulations. Shane, welcome and congratulations. Shane, come back. Good work, good work. Email address. You know my email address, Larry. Just dan@markettaker.com. Thanks, Dave. Dave says best wishes to you, your family and crew. My experiences with MTM were an important part of my education and trading. Especially enjoyed meeting. Yeah, I enjoyed it too, Dave. I love hearing from you every now and then. Appreciate you showing up. See you soon. Yeah, empty who just asked about this, call Philip. He knows about that. 708-381-1768. I don't want to get off track here. I want to be able to help the people who have questions about RKO. But yeah, we do have that coming up. Yes. So call Philip at 708-381-1768 and he'll tell you all about it. Nice work. We've got a fired up group here today, and that's wonderful. I'll tell you what, you know what? I got into doing this because of how I'm able to help people empower themselves. Like I thought about a lot of different stuff. I thought about, like I could do nothing but just charity work, and that's fine. And I do some of that, right? But to me, this helps the people who really want it. And you don't have to have a big, huge account for this. We have people who join, they go to PayPal and just use PayPal credit to finance it. Start out with the, $3,000 account. And that $3,000 account isn't going to turn into a $10,000 account on its own. It's not like you're going to wake up one morning and be like, oh, yesterday my account was $3,000. Now it's $10,000. Magic happened. It doesn't work that way. The only way for that to happen is for you to get the skills and the tools, the knowledge and the effort. And I cannot help you with the effort. But the skills and the tools and the knowledge, that all comes with this. All you have to do is put in the effort, go to markettaker.com/RKO right now, and I got the rest for you. Yes, there is live trading every Friday. That is such an important part of this. That's bonus number 2, your weekly group coaching. Look, I want you to be massively successful with this. And if you attend the Friday group coaching every morning at 10 to 11 Eastern time, you are going to watch John Kamisic, former Goldman guy, in his real account, live in the market, showing you RKO trades, GKO trades, even other trades, even covered call trades, credit spread trades, time spread trades, debit spread trades. You are going to get more. I'll tell you what, if all you got out of this was just showing up for group coaching once a week on Friday and seeing that live action and getting that hands-on training for a year, wouldn't it be worth it just for that? Wouldn't it? But you're getting all of this. This is an incredible, incredible opportunity. That's all I can say. And it's not for everybody, and I get that. Look, if you're brand new to trading, you get nervous about making an investment of $9,907 because you're new to trading and you're just not used to investing in anything, then that's fine. It's okay. You don't have to do this. As long as you know that the only way things change is if you decide to make a change, is if you take in action. It doesn't have to be this action, but I'll tell you what, it's good action. It's real good action. If you want to grow your account, I've got a system for you. I've got a trading system that I love. It's my baby. I would say it's mine and John's baby, but that just sounds weird. But it's kind of mine and John's baby. Yeah, great questions, great comments. But yeah, the people who really want to make a change in their trading and make this happen, you're the ones whose names I read. I think I read everybody's names. If I didn't read your name, I do apologize. I tried to, but sometimes it's just, it's just hard to keep up. What other questions can I answer in order to help you make the decision to join us? I want you to join us. I really do. I really want you to join us. I think this is an excellent opportunity for you. I know this is an excellent opportunity for you. Okay. Well, if we're out of questions, I'll tell you what. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you 5 more minutes. So I'm going to set the alarm on my phone here for 5 minutes. And when that goes off, we're done here and we're going to call it a day. So let's get that set. 5-minute timer. 1, 2, 3, go. And so we're at 454, 453, 452, 451. Go. Go to markettaker.com/RKO right now. And in the meantime, if you have a question that I can answer to help you make this change in your trading, this positive change, this could be a life-changing change, right? It could be. Drop that question in the questions box right now, and I will answer it. And once the timer goes off, we're done here. So if you are in the process of completing the online enrollment form, please finish that up right now so that we can get you in the calendar, we can get you in the room and get you all signed up. Oh, somebody asked before, which is which? Red knockout is for it going up. Green knockout is for when it's going down, which seems counterintuitive, but you knock out the red candle and just keep the green candles, or you knock out the green candle and just keep the red candles. Basically, that's kind of the idea. That's why I call it the knockout. So yeah. Oh, hey, there we go. Blake just joined us. Nice work, Blake. Good job. Good job. And Ashley just joined us. All right. Good. Nice work, Ashley. Welcome, and congrats. Okay. So how much time somebody always asks me, why do you ask me how much time is left? You are literally taking up time to ask me that question. Just go to markettaker.com/RKO and just do it. It doesn't matter how much time is left. That being said, you can also take your phone. There's what is called a QR code down at the bottom. And if you put it on your camera app and aim it towards it, a little yellow circle with like a web address opens up. Just touch it and it pops it up right on your phone. You just fill it out on your phone and you get signed up right there on your phone. If you have other questions besides the ones that many of you have already asked, you can call Philip at 708-381-1768. It's 381-1768. Jason says, I am in! Exclamation. Nice work, Jason. I haven't seen it. Oh, there it is. I see you. Nice work, Jason. Good job joining us today. Nice work. Okay. So yeah, I mean, look, I do feel that it's important to always get new skills in your trading. I am personally always still constantly trying to improve my trading. And that's how I came up with this. I mean, look, man, I've been trading for 30 years, more than 30 years. And I just came up with this together with John, maybe like 5 years ago or something like that. Took me a long time, many years of trading and training and professional experience to get the knowledge to finally have cracked this code and figured it out. I did. And now you get to participate in it. And we've got not too much time left, just 43 seconds, 42, 41, 40, 39. Let's go. markettaker.com/RKO. And yeah, like I said, this is definitely not for everyone. You know, if you're nervous about investing, first of all, never be nervous about investing in yourself, right? I mean, I'm just going to say that. An investment in yourself is the best investment you can make. But if you're nervous about, you know, sign up, you got to go ask your mom, you might not be ready for a system like this. But those of you who are ready, then I'm giving you the opportunity to join us right now and at a massive discount that is going away right now. So if you are in the process of completing the online enrollment form, finish it up right now. I'm going to leave that page open just for a bit. And that's it. Again, welcome to all our new RKO traders. And I will see you in the chat room. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.